So somebody recently asked me, Marcus, do you juice? They go, I see you post your smoothies, but do you actually make juice? And I got to tell you, I have like 4 or 5 juicers. I probably have 3 Champion juicers. I have an Omega Centrifuge. I have 2 augers, maybe 3 augers. I've had tons of juicers over the years, and they're all in great shape and they all work. And the bottom line is, I don't juice enough. I don't juice enough at all. So the other day, when somebody asked them, I said, man, I should be back on track juicing. So for the last 4 or 5 days, I've been hitting the green juice super hard, and it's great because I'll drink this juice, and I'll show you what I'm putting in today's green juice. But I'll drink like a quart of it, maybe a quart and a half of it, and I got to tell you, it fills me up all day, and it's just packing so many nutrients in. In the background here is my new kitchen at the new restaurant at Tony and Nick's. It's actually Monday, and it's our day off, Tony and Nick's, so I kind of escaped to come over here. I'm in the kitchen making juice, watching some YouTube videos, and decided to film this in a response to do I juice. Now, I make a lot of green smoothies. I love fruit and green smoothies. Those are my favorite. And in fact, all of 2014, I basically survived off of smoothies, of other food too, solid food. But I gotta tell you, I was doing like a gallon of smoothies a day. I was running a lot. I ran 2,000 miles, and all that. That's those simple carbs and all the fruit and the coconut water that I was putting in there was just awesome fuel for my body. It made me feel so good. But as far as juices, green juices, I haven't done green juices in years, so I'm hopefully getting back on track here, and I'll keep everybody updated. Hopefully with the progress of me juicing, because I got to tell you, I've never felt so good when I was on the green juices and the smoothies. When I first did my first health transformation years and years ago, 1998, when I first discovered this whole world, I just went gung-ho. And that's how come I got all those juicers. Between 1998, 99, 2000, I was just like on a shopping spree for every type of juicer I could buy and just experiment and try. So most of the juicers that I have are actually that old, and they still work great. And I've used them in the rest of my main restaurant, Aroma Time. We use a juicer here and there, and we use a wheatgrass juicer all the time. And I used to do wheatgrass juice consistently. I used to probably do some days 6, 7, 8, even 9 shots. Just a nice glass. I used to just drink that right on down, and then several years back I had a mishap where I was drinking wine one day and I decided to do wheatgrass, and I drank too much of both, unfortunately, and got very sick, nauseous and sick from the combination of all that wine and all that acid, all that alkaline that I really haven't been able to get back on track since then. I'll do wheatgrass for, a week straight, 10 days straight, and then I'll stop and I don't get back to it for another month or so. So I don't do enough wheatgrass either. So my goal now is to really get back on the juice, the wheatgrass bandwagon, and still make smoothies, and still enjoy whole foods as well, like food that you actually chew and eat. But I find in the mornings when I do a lemon, and I started this again, I haven't done this again for years. When I do a lemon in my water in the morning, it like kills my appetite. It's like I'm not hungry for hours. 2 lemons, organic lemons, squeezed right into a quart of water, sometimes ionized water, sometimes distilled, or just good high quality filtered water, squeezed right into that. I can go until noon without really eating. I've heard healthcare professionals say, some of the gurus that I listen to, that lemon actually helps curb your appetite, and I'm experiencing it firsthand. Not that I'm trying to curb my appetite, because I do a lot of running and everything, and I want those calories, I want that fuel. But I just haven't gotten back to the hardcore that I was years ago, and hopefully I'm going to try to get back to being that hardcore juicer, smoothier, and smoothier. I don't know, is that a word, smoothier? So juicer is, but smoothier, I don't know. So check out what's in my juice here. All right, in my juice, there's some ginger in here, a nice thing of ginger, some apples, lots of lemons, lots and lots of lemons, like 5 lemons, organic, of course. Cut them, leave the skin on, the pith, the seeds. The seeds are where all the goodness is, not all the goodness, but a lot of goodness is in those seeds. I also leave apple seeds in, apple seeds, apple cores. Here I got 2 cucumbers, organic cucumbers. And here I got 3 bunches of parsley. 3 bunches of parsley. My juicer of preference today is the Champion juicer. And this one here, I actually bought this in 1998. This first juicer I think I ever owned right here is this one right here. First good juicer, because I had I think a Braun juicer that I bought at a department store in '91, just because that was the thing to do back then, to go buy a juicer, but it was a small one. So that's the Champion. I've actually sent this back to Champion and gotten it overhauled. You know, thus you can see that different color there. Just needed some maintenance. I think for $100 they charged me. They basically put new parts on it, gave me a whole new one of these, which I have several of these fixings. These where the juice goes into. The housing, the juice housing. That's an older one there though, but they sent me a brand new one, and they did a bunch of work on it for $100. It was a bargain, so it's like a brand new juicer. So that juice is basically indestructible. I found one at a used restaurant supply warehouse that dates back to like 1979. I called them with the serial number, Champion, and they were amazed that I had this machine, that I found it for $25 and turned the thing on and it worked great. So these things are indestructible basically. And if something does happen, you send it back to them. When you buy anything good, like here's a good food processor, here's a good blender. When you buy anything good, you can send it back to these companies and they will rebuild them for $100, a couple $100, and restore them like to factory new, refurbished. So that's a good thing about spending good money and buying good equipment. So that made about a gallon of juice. A gallon of green juice. I'm not going to drink this whole gallon. I'm going to share it. My kids will have some. My wife will have some. Maybe my parents will have some. They're coming for dinner. It's my father's birthday today. So it's actually about a little after 6 o'clock, and they're supposed to be here for dinner any minute at the other restaurant. So I'm going to take this over, walk it across the street, pour myself a nice big mason jar quart, a couple ice cubes in it. And as long as I get a quart in, I'm happy, and I'll be happy to share the rest with anybody who wants some.